Hmm. Hey, what's going on, crypto people? So look, it says I'm live. I hope we're live. Happy Tuesday. The other part of the live stream is just spinning. Yeah, welcome to Wi-Fi heck here in the Crypto Caesar's home. So listen, happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. A lot of crazy stuff going on, for sure, in reference to smart contracts and Ripple making this decision to consider programmability. My understanding now is considering, it's researching, its iterations thereof of hooks onto the XRPL mainnet EVM sidechain, the XRPL EVM sidechain, and mainnet. It's a it's a big pivot for Ripple for sure. We'll get into it. It's alarming to see how many people, for me, who clamored and clamored and clamored and clamored for this kind of move, and we get that kind of move that they've been clamoring for, and then now they're complaining that it might not be Zahaw's version of smart contract programmability. It might be some other version. It's alarming. What's also alarming is there's so much attention on what Ripple is doing and how Ripple is pivoting. Now, and I get it, because I do understand it, because there is this, little, gatekeeper, but Ripple's looking to rid themselves of that role, I think. Not rid themselves of people at a seat at the table, not perhaps ridding themselves of the head of that table, but I think kind of lessening their role. And see, it's hard right now to see whether or not you guys can see me or not. What's going on, Pookie Pookie? Can you see me okay? Is the live stream working well? I got an error message over here. I want to make sure it's working right. Howard, can you give me a thumbs up or something? Let me know that you can see me and you can hear me and everything's good. Dude, let's do that. Let's turn up the volume. Turn up the volume. Could you give me everything's okay? Okay, perfect, brother. Perfect. So yeah, big to do. Couple of spaces about smart contracts and crypto. Eddie did one. I didn't get a chance to listen to that. I was in one recently. Vet just did, I don't know, an hour ago, maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes ago. I was in that one, and actually got called to speak, which I did speak, and it was interesting because I share with you that I had commented on a post from Vet, and out of his 9,000 word, for example, post, I took one part of it and I questioned him on that part. Yet and still, he invited me to the spaces and he's called me up, right? That's how adulting is done. So anyway, pay me next. FXRP is in the building. What's going on, bro? How are you? How are you? Were you on Steve's, the real estate guy's live stream earlier today? Pay me an FXRP. Were you on that? He did a live stream, actually. I hopped on that as well. He's doing his thing over there. He's doing his thing over there. I did get up there and represent Payment FXRP. I did indeed. I did indeed. It was good to see Chris, that guy Chris from XRPL Commons. He was in there. Had some other people on there as well, some builders. I noticed, I think I saw Jungle Inc. and Crypto Darren Moore in there as well. I saw DS, some other people. Hi, Joe. What's good, bro? What's good? Hi, Joe. You were on Steve, the real estate guys live stream. I saw that. I saw you were on there. So we're going to go over that liquidity pair, by the way, Hydro, on SparkDex, the SFLR and the Jewel liquidity pair. I'm going to share my thoughts. Oh, Payment XRP says, truck driving through Texas on my way to Miami. Nice. Be careful on the road, bro. Be careful. So we're going to cover that as well. But I did a drive video covering this, Ripple pivot and the post their blog, etc., etc. I did a drive time video, and I had to get to a Wi-Fi spot to upload it, and that was going to be my video for that discussion. But I decided if we can get the Wi-Fi to work consistently for an hour or so, I'll do a live stream covering it as well. How many of you guys here in this stream heard about Ripple's move, this latest post, the hookup with Futureverse for custodying Futureverse's assets, and and them mentioning programmability on the XRPL like smart contracts? How many of you guys saw that post and also saw Vise Wynn's response to that post? How many of you guys saw that? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Hydro says, yeah, I was in there. I'm a sponge. I hear you, man. That's the way to be. Bank Money XRP. What's going on, bro? I think you and Hydro both were in Steve, the real estate guys thing, live stream. Trey is 1000% correct. Trey said, I saw it. Too many crybabies who rely on Ripple to babysit them. 1000%. I agree. Oh, you saw my drive time video as well, Hydro. Nice. Triple G Fax Vet is in the building. What's good, brother? What's good? So just listen, interesting post from Ripple. Interesting open letter from We'd Say Win and XRPL Labs. Like, I don't know, man. It's just, I think you just gotta mature a little bit, be a little less naive, and understand the game that we're in, right? Understand the game that we're in. Let's go over these numbers real quick. I'm going to give my 2 cents on Ripple's post, Beats A Wins, open letter, and just kind of share what I think about it. I'm going to refresh CoinGecko because, market is doing what the market does. Can we get like a 56,000 BTC? That would be awesome. All right, so I'll refresh it. Not at 56. Got that up. We'll cover the numbers for sure. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. That would be really, really, really cool. We always like to have just as many likes as we got viewers in the stream. I feel bad in a sense for Beat Say Win. It's just a tough lesson. Very, very, tough lesson as a young entrepreneur. It's a tough lesson, but it is a lesson nonetheless. Right? It is a lesson nonetheless. All right, so let's go over these numbers real quick, man. I mean, this market, look, September historically has not been great for the digital asset space. It kind of is what it is. I think we'll begin to get excited once again in October and especially November. I think that'll be really, really cool. Okay, so according to CoinGecko, the total cryptocurrency market cap is down 4% in the last 24 hours. Isn't that interesting? And is currently at 2.11 trillion. Bitcoin dominance is 55%. Bitcoin is trading at $57,679 again. And on a 30-day, it's down 1%. Ethereum is trading at $2,444 again. And on the 30-day, it's down 9%. Solana is trading at $128 again. And on the 30-day, it's down 7.7%. XRP is trading at 56 cents again. On the 30-day, interestingly enough, it is up 6.2%. I do find it interesting that Ripple makes this announcement while at the XRP or at the XRPL Korea hackathon thing or Majigger or whatever they got going on over there. I find that interesting, fascinating. Channel Link did a very, very interesting video, just recently. Uploaded about an 8-minute video on his take on it. And look, it's just the way things are, man. This is a new space. Ripple was trying to survive it, right? I mean, if you listen to YouTubers, it's important to understand that they're not, the end all be all. They're trying to survive and navigate through the digital asset space as a company. You just got to get that, right? Got to get that. So what is going on here? Nothing really. Aave 120. Okay. Nothing really. Market's doing what it does. Helium Mobile. Oh my, not Helium Network, not mobile, not the mobile token, but the HNT token. HNT token is killing the game. I hope again we got some. Man, this thing is all the way up to $7. We got some people that are killing it, changing lives, changing their families' lives, creating generational wealth over here. God bless them. God bless them over there. It's very, very interesting. They may get acquired, or anything can happen with them if they keep doing what they're doing. Anything could happen. It's going to be interesting to see. So there it is. That's the market, fam. It is just doing, it's just doing what it does. It's just kind of doing what it does. Let's get into some stuff. Here's the post from Ripple. Ripple is on the ground this week in Korea and Japan, starting off with a few key announcements, all in service of the goal to strengthen the foundations of crypto infrastructure to support utility and usability for institutional adoption. They keep telling you what it is that they're doing. Ripple, it says here, AI and metaverse tech company Futureverse, AI, is partnering with Ripple to custody securely, is partnering with Ripple Custody to securely custody its assets. Good night. Futureverse has already adopted the XRPL NFT standard, uses XRP as the gas token on the root network, and is integrated with the XRPL DEX to supply network liquidity. Dark Horse would say, yeah, but Ripple gave them the XRP. Boy. Anyway, Ripple and the broader XRP community are committed to bringing new programmability, including smart contracts, to the XRPL dev ecosystem in 2025 through the XRPL sidechain, which is already in the works, as well as exploring native capabilities on the XRPL mainnet. In this blog post, I just find it interesting here. It's pretty lengthy. Expand programmability on the XRP ledger. Expanding programmability on the ledger. On the ledger. Expanding programmability on the ledger. I mean, isn't that what we all want? Most of us want it. Now we're saying we don't just want it. We only want the version that some other thing did. What? What? Should I read that? Ripple and the broad XRP community are committed to introducing advanced programmability, including smart contracts, to the XRPL developer ecosystem. This move aims to provide builders, entrepreneurs, and users with additional customizability. For a variety of use cases, accelerating innovation and attracting developers attracting developers that are looking to leverage XRP ledgers expanded capabilities. I'm confused as to I'm just confused, man. Why the negative? I mean, Vite wins writing open letters and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, I don't understand. It says dual advancement in XRP ledger's programmability. Programmability on the XRP ledger will improve two key developments. the introduction of native smart contract capabilities on the freaking XRP ledger mainnet. I don't understand. This is something that we've been wanting for forever. It says it's currently in the research phase, as well as the introduction of the XRPL EVM sidechain, which is expected to go live in coming months. Get some people on the XRPL EVM sidechain, get them building some stuff, and eventually get them to the mainnet as the capabilities of the mainnet expand. I don't understand. The XRPL EVM sidechain is expected to go live in the coming months. These advancements will complement each other to create a robust, versatile ecosystem capable of supporting a wide range of applications. Smart contract programmability on XRP Ledger mainnet. The XRP Ledger is renowned. We all know. All right, awesome. It's all about these features, including escrows, the DEX, and AMM. Awesome. That's great stuff. Now, it says, while the XRP Ledger's amendment process allows for careful, collectively driven updates and provides a secure approach to introducing new, widely applicable features, this leaves a gap for developers who need to handle the bespoke needs of their business, but don't want to drive broad community adoption for something that may be niche. The upcoming smart contract functionality will offer additional flexibility for these developers by enabling permissionless development in a way that complements the functionality of amendments. Existing smart contract standards, such as hooks from XRP Labs, lay an important foundation that can be iterated upon to enhance mainnet capabilities. I mean, it says it right there. Everybody's on, you got Panos and some other people. And I'm with Weedsay when I'm with Weedsay on this. So are they. They're what we say on this also. It don't matter. Now, I know that Weedsay Wen wants his thing, the thing that they developed to be the thing that goes to the XRPL mainnet. I know that's what they want, right? They're independent devs. They want their thing. They want that. They want their flowers. They want that light. And he says it's not about that. He says it's not about hooks. Then what is it about? Why are you writing an open letter if it's not about that? If you want to speak to the gatekeeper, say it. Now, he kind of came close to it. The gatekeeper that is Ripple, he kind of came close, but he didn't speak on it. Speak on it. That's the main issue that you're having and the main challenge that you're having. That's the main issue. Existing smart contract standards such as the hooks from XRP Labs is an important foundation that can be iterated upon to enhance mainnet capabilities. This framework allows developers to leverage the ledger's core strengths while using smart contracts to customize functionalities to meet specific needs. It just feels like to me, they found a way for them to take advantage of hooks. Maybe it's the technology from hooks, but maybe it's a better version of hooks. I don't know. But it's going to, what they believe is going to make the XRP ledger better. We don't know. We'll see. I'm just happy we're getting something. Some of the main considerations for mainnet programmability are permissionless. Mainnet programmability. It says no need for an amendment to deploy a smart contract. Easy customization of native features. Minimal impact to performance and cost for infrastructure providers. I mean, it's saying it here. And I just think that, I know Beatsay did like a repost and kind of calm down a bit. I guess we'll cover that if I can find it. It's saying it here. And all right, Ripple in concert with the XRP ledger development community will evaluate. It isn't, we'll see, but we'll evaluate the best way to meet these requirements on mainnet and publish an XLS proposal for broader review. Progress towards smart contract functionality is already underway in the XRP ledger ecosystem with the XRPL EVM, developed in collaboration with Peerless and nearing live development on the DevNet. This momentum is set to accelerate further. All right, I get it. Got that. Got it all, right? That's what it is. All right. A key feature of the sidechain is an ability to leverage XLR as the bridge, facilitating seamless transactions between the XRPL sidechain, the ledger, and 55 other blockchains. So I get it. Beatsay wants to make sure it's their thing. Like, they want to make sure it's their thing. I get it. You're a startup. You're trying to figure some stuff out. You want your thing to be that thing. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button on the way in if you haven't done so already. That'd be super, super cool. And if you're hanging out, listening to and watching the Crypto Siege and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel if you've been enjoying those hangouts. So the way I see it, it's just what it is. They're a new startup, this XRPL Labs thing. They want to get their light. They want to get their shine, their flowers.
You're so poetic, baby.
They understand. They understand that. They understand the main issue of the gatekeeper, and they're hoping that this gatekeeper will do some stuff. But ultimately, until you remove the gatekeeper, that's not going to, they're at the whims, right, of the gatekeeper. So we got to look to change that. I say this all the time, and when my drive time video, XRPL Labs, Ripple has this thing, right? They got this priority of some stuff, some priority to some people, accountability to some people, right? For-profit companies, shareholders, right? Shareholders, employees. Maybe you add XRP holders in there. Other people, right, so let me do that again. Shareholders, employees, XRP holders. Who's part of the employees at Ripple? The XRPL developers, Ripple X. Then you got the XRPL devs that are not part of Ripple X, not part of Ripple, independent, they call themselves. And those devs keep asking Ripple to treat them the same as they treat Ripple X devs. You understand? That's what they keep asking. And no one's arguing that XRPL Labs hasn't been a great contributor to the XRPL. No one's arguing that. Arguably the best wallet, big time contributor for sure. But you're asking this company to change its priorities or to treat you the same as their employees, who, by the way, are probably shareholders. And what I see is they just can't please everybody. So programmability, more programmability on mainnet. Shareholders, Ripple employees who might be shareholders, and is the Ripple Dex team. XRP holders. Outside XRPL devs. Some are woo-wooing, and some there ain't. I mean, what else is there? Did the Muskegon, the aristocrat, check in? What's going on, bro? I think I saw you checking in. Legendary's in the building. The blue wrenches are here for sure. I can see a lot of the developers move from Solana and Tron to migrate to the XRPL to get in on the latest and greatest projects. Look, once they begin to understand their way to the ledger and recognize the prowess, I think it's going to be a nice anything of value in 3 to 5 seconds for 0.00001. I think it's going to be nice. What's going on, crypto? How are you, bro? Hydro says, I have a nephew who once mined the helium coin and had taken some equipment to an isolated place high in the hills near as a community. What? It had a solar panel to power it, something to do with the cell phone. Yep. That's probably, I don't know if it's the antennas or the hotspots. I'm not intimately familiar with that, but yeah, I remember seeing a picture of some equipment that they would put up. So that's kind of how I see it. Just, they can't make everybody happy. Sure. You would like them to be, I mean, we say wins, open letters, like be more of a community person. And I've given so much to the XRPL community. Sure. And Ripple's going to say, thank you. We appreciate you. I mean, maybe I'm off, but I just think if the Ripple X devs are building stuff for the XRPL ledger and XRPL Labs, an independent builder out there, I mean, if we got XRPL Labs, why do we need Ripple X devs? Or devs, why do we need XRPL Labs? But you see what I'm saying? This is Ripple's deal. This is not the XRPL community saying this. This is Ripple. They got to make some priorities. They got to say, okay, I'm going to make 3 out of 4 people happy, and 1 out of 4 is not going to be happy. They can't make them all happy. Is the way I see it. Let's celebrate that open, finally, the smart contract capability, programmability, finally. Let's be excited about that. You know what I'm saying? Let's celebrate that, finally. Remember, Codius was a monster. I just got onto live spaces with that. That thing was early. That was their initial thing. That Codius thing was going to be the way they were going to go. And they made the decision to do payments. And we gotta say 12 years later, I mean, do you feel like they're winning in payments? Do you feel like people looking from the outside in, or, Ripple's winning? Does it feel like adoption of the blockchain? How about that one? Do you feel like we've got that adoption? I mean, do you feel like it? I don't. Ripple's a company trying to win in this space. Do you feel like they're winning? I mean, you understand? They got to do what they're going to do. I'm just wanting to see demand for the XRP, the asset, and network adoption of the XRPL. That's why I shared with you guys those two videos from the XR Bank and the XRPL's version of Holly Market. That's on the ledger. Those are projects that are going to be directly on mainnet. You understand? That's what we need. And the more programmability we get, the more of those things we can get. How many guys remember those two videos I shared? One of them was like a loan thing, providing collateral. What was it? An XRP backed algorithmic stablecoin. It's called X-Ray Sierra Delta. Remember? Pierce's was sharing this. I think it was Pierce's actually sharing it. Saying that they're committed to bringing that to mainnet. What we need is demand for the asset XRP as XRP holders. If Ripple helps with that, awesome. Is Zahao creating demand for the native asset XRP? This is kind of where I am. We'd say Nguyen made a decision as a young entrepreneur. So it's what he did. Was it out of frustration, perhaps? But he made the decision to go build some other thing with this thing that he believes works, is awesome, and all this kind of stuff. Did he build some proprietary technology? Doesn't feel like it. Doesn't feel like it. The people over at Evernote got an interesting choice to make, I believe. It's going to be interesting to see. And a lot of people were excited about Evernote. Evernote was excited about being on the XRPL mainnet. And it feels like now they'll have a shot to get there. I don't know how long this is going to take. I don't know how this XLS, how long it'll take or whatever. I don't know. But Evernote is supposed to be some really, really exciting stuff. Really, really exciting stuff. So we have a shot for that. There's a shot. I mean, this open letter, I don't know what Visa Nguyen is thinking. And I responded to him. I'm like, dude, let me share this. I'm like, I understand what you're feeling, but this approach, I'm not sure it's not working. It's working. Wojake asked this, and he says, why is there a need for Ripple's approving and blessing for improvements to be made on decentralized network? It's a cool question, but is it any different than what we've been asking on this channel? Is it any different than why is the sun rising east and setting west? It is what it is. Question should be, what can we do to change it? Jungle says, The XRPLF must remove them as a trusted validator if they are not going to properly work with the ecosystem participants. That's the entire purpose of the foundation's existence. How many people think that's going to happen? Let me see if I can't find say when still. And I think this is the one where I commented. Yep. This is we say when here, responding to their thing. This is one of his responses. This is not the open letter. Hooks already work in production on Zahao. It's no longer an idea, not a proof of concept, not a beta release. It's live. It's working. Choose wisely, he says, to the Ripple X team. Let me refresh this for updated comments. And Kaj is not correct here. He says, I can't believe they didn't even mention hooks. In the freaking blog write-up, they did mention it. Anyway, another advantage of the hook stack is that by the time you would get this ready for mainnet, we will have advanced the hook stacks even more. Particularly JS hooks are a killer feature. Awesome. Keep doing it. Keep doing your thing. Keep making it better. Make the choice undeniable. Make the choice undeniable. Make that choice in freaking, whatever that word is. Do it. Make it better. Make it better. He says, I welcome the vision of layer 1 composability on the mainnet and Ripple committing to the same vision we had 4 years ago. Well, the bottom line here is that the smart contract thing was the main thing from the beginning 12 years ago, not 4 years ago. And I said, listen, highly doubt your approach to this will work. I hope you plan for this in advance. Like, it doesn't feel like they did. I mean, again, it feels like it's a young entrepreneur trying to do good. Things aren't going exactly his way. So he's venting, Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. And you can argue all you want. Like Wojek says, why is Ripple whatever? It's because it's whatever. Ripple stuff can't get to decentralization unless it goes to Ripple. That's essentially how it works. Now, the question is, how do we work on changing that if you're unhappy? I do like what they got in the blog. It says permissionless. Right here. Some of the main considerations for mainnet. So part of this XLS thing that they're going to do, that they said they're going to do, is they're going to add this permissionless thing here, where it says there's no need for an amendment to deploy a smart contract. So they got this iteration of hooks they're going to come out with, and they kind of explain it and whatever. And it feels like to me that we say when, again, is trying to get his shine, right? He's trying to get his flowers. He wants their thing to be the thing. Ripple, again, I laid out what I see as the priorities. People can make their own decisions. Shareholders, employees who are shareholders, and employees who are shareholders and developers. Ripple's development team. That's part of the employees. Then XRP holders. Then other developers on the XRPL. What's going on, Winston Prescott? How are you, bro? Right? I mean, the smartest thing for me that as Ripple can do is programmability to the XRPL. And then what they can do is they can just, there's this programmability. our Ripple X dev team don't have to be the end all be all for this XRPL thing to do its thing. There's that programmability you were thinking about. Here it is. Here's little bits and pieces of it. Okay, that's what they need to do. That's what it feels like they're doing. And to me, for me, I don't know. It just feels like the shift in focus of payments has changed. Jungle Lee did a very, very interesting video. He's like, maybe they're not doing payments on the ledger. Maybe they're going to do payments somewhere else. He just did a video about it. Maybe they do payments somewhere else. I don't know. But as an XRP holder, I want to see what's best for the XRPL. And programmability is, I mean, the market has decided, has it not? This market from 2009 has decided. They went DeFi. All these projects went and did DeFi. They didn't go outside of the digital asset space looking for banks and institutions and SMEs. Who else did that? The market has decided. Ripple is acknowledging the market has decided. It means I don't know, you know. I mean, my gosh, JPM coin doing billions of dollars in transactions. JPM coin? Where's JPM coin on? It's an Ethereum thing. A Quorum, Ethereum, right? It's not on the ledger. They didn't pick the ledger. I mean, like, we got to just be adult enough to accept this is what it is. I think this is a great move. You can get the devs not being the sole, Ripple X devs, not being the sole one responsible for the direction of this thing. Like, who says, again, this is not throwing shade at the devs at Ripple, but who says they're the best builders? Like, who says they're the best, brightest, sharpest minds? Who says? Like, who says? The YouTuber? Just because a YouTuber said that we don't need developers because Ripple's got developers, who says that's the biggest and brightest minds over there? Who said that? How do you know we don't have some big, bright minds that haven't even come to this space yet or are looking to do something on the XRPL, just waiting for their shot, waiting for their chance? Who says it's the Ripple X devs? Who says it's we say win? Like, come on. To me, this is Ripple saying, we should have went smart contracts. That's what it's saying to me. Yeah. Looks like the market has decided. Now they're searching for liquidity. They're searching for a place to go where there's liquidity. Because it's not on the ledger, fam. Again, let me say it. The XRPL is number last in digital daily active users. It's not going up and to the right on network adoption. Winston says, Crypto Seeds, I have one question. What happens after Ripple pays the fine? That's all I care about. Being an adult, I think we should see that Ripple sucks, bro. Sorry. Look, I can't argue with you about Ripple, bro. I haven't seen the win yet. So how can I can't make an argument for him. Brad's a nice guy. Chris seems like a nice guy. Where's the win? Can you argue? I mean, I can't make any arguments for them. They got to pay the fine and they got to wait about 30 or 35 days to see if the SEC is going to sue. Then the cloud on title for the company for XRP, the asset, will begin to dissipate. But make no mistake about it, that cloud on title is still there. It's still there. And no one's waiting around. They knew exactly what was going to happen with this lawsuit. They accomplished their mission, slowing Ripple down. And maybe their mission was try to eliminate them totally. But just, I mean, are we going to spend time trying to prove that? Ripple's not. That's why they're putting their stablecoin on Ethereum. They're moving on. The damage has been done, and it's massive. Couple $100 million to defend themselves, plus another 125 million. Feels like a lot of damage. And the biggest damage is the lack of adoption of the XRPL. You got to get that. That happened. Cloud on title with the asset XRP may or may not be a security, no programmability. What these devs over here thinking about? They thinking about hopping on a ledger? Nah. So the damage has been done. Ripple decided they weren't going to participate in the freaking Fruition's production video exposing ETHgate. The Ripple executive said, yeah, no, we're good. Everyone wants to get in their feelings about it and not move on. There were people throwing, venomous stuff at Jungle because he was proposing people just move on. Ripple's moving on. They're getting ready to add elements of programmability to the XRPL. That's not moving on. Of smart contract programmability. That's not moving on. Yeah. Winston says, nothing in the history of Ripple shows they are smart. I'm just so pissed right now, bro. This is right? It is what it is. Ripple's, they got to win, and they know it. Brad Garlinghouse knows it. Dude has a boss. It's not his, he don't own it. He's a CEO. They got to win, and they got to do everything humanly possible to win. If that means putting their stablecoin on Ethereum, that's what they got to do. If it means adding smart contract capability or programmability, that's just what they got to do. It's that simple. All we say win in this new foundation, all I can hope to do is remove the gatekeeper. That's you know. But to me, the writing's on the wall, smart contract programmability is coming. Steel Guerrero, XRP is a deflationary token. How would this affect the burn rate? I don't know. If you're talking about smart contract programmability, more people creating demand for the asset XRP, the more the value goes up. You know? Pookie says they weren't talking to IMF for nothing. I think they have a plan. I hope so. In the meanwhile, what you got? What you got? And by the way, it's raining, so God knows if the Wi-Fi is going to hang around. In the meanwhile, what you got? Right? I mean, we have to face it. It is what it is. In the meanwhile, what you got? Telegram, the open network time token, they got sued by the same SEC. Hammered, had to return 2 billion or close to 2 billion. Now, is 2 billion the same as 125 million? Anyone feeling for those people that were there early, part of the ICO? Anybody feeling for them? They recovered. They rebounded. They pivoted. Right? So will the XRPL. This programmability, in my view, is going to be great for the XRPL. Steel Guerrero says, I feel XRP has not seen growth like they want to see with Ripple. Looking outside the box. Well, that's awesome. I mean, the numbers are the numbers. The network adoption of the blockchain is not. It's lacking. These are moves to change those numbers. This little subtle programmability that they're considering and looking into, an iteration of hooks, is about changing those numbers. Number last and daily active users. Zero network adoption of the blockchain. They're looking to change the numbers. I just hope that there are people out there that looked at the market and went with the market. Looked at the market, what the market is saying. The market is saying meme coins, numero uno. AWI slant gaming, number 2, number 3. RWAs, tokenization, real assets. That's just the market. If you're not in the meme coins, there's a lot of AI plays, slant gaming plays. Do you have 1, 2, 3? Do you have 1, 2, 3 meme coins? Do you have 1, 2, 3 RWA play? Because this is the market is saying. None of those are payments. None of those are payments. None of those are payments. It's the market. It's not us deciding. We got to respond to what the market says, what the market wants. Ripple tried we got this great thing and you may not want it, but it's so great for you. It'll be so great. They tried that. It didn't work. They tried it. It didn't work. I mean, if there's not a better case study than that, and what I'm saying, it's Ripple doing what they did. I mean, that's the great case study right there. The market was like, we're good. And it's not because it's a bad idea or look, why did the market respond that way? I don't know. Maybe the market is so manipulated, controlled. I mean, you're talking payments, we're talking about the friction, the friction in the payments and the central banks and all of that is massive. Maybe it's so massive that they thought they could work their way in and they weren't able to. They weren't able to do it. They just weren't. So anyway, so I wanted to cover that with you guys. I mean, all these people I'm with, like, come on, bro. We'll see. And here's this XRPLF guy again, head of analytics and compliance. Oh, now, different name. Okay. He says, I thought the XRPL was fixed featured. Yeah, so do we. But apparently it's not. Plan accordingly. Like, people just want to be in their feelings and just not accepting things for what they are. Hugo said, this is interesting. Smart contracts on the XRPL would make XRP even better. This would make it even easier for XRP to come and be used with all the other assets on Flare, coming from other ecosystems such as Bitcoin and bridge assets through Stargate. Additionally, for use cases that don't require interoperability through Flare, then the oracles, Flare oracles, could be used. Do you understand? I just hope that, I know for so long the community has been so reliant upon Ripple and what Ripple is doing. We've discovered that ODL is not what we thought it was going to be for the digital asset XRP. It's not. It's not. Ripple is now on this tokenization institution, bringing liquidity and adding TVL to the XRPL in hopes of bringing people on the XRPL. That's their new move. That's the new move. I'm more interested in the two projects that I showed with you guys yesterday, seeing them come to mainnet. I'm interested in the stuff that's going to create demand for the asset XRP. That's it. Right now, right? That's what I'm interested in. Moy Finance is doing more of that than some institution. Root Network, in my view, is doing more than that than some institution. Kind of how I see it. All right, fam. So I just wanted to share that, kind of give my 2 cents. You know, Ripple is kind of, again, I laid out the priorities in my view. I feel bad for weeks I went in a way, but this is part of the game as a young entrepreneur. Ups and downs, feeling like you've been gutted, punched in the stomach, all that stuff. So there it is, man. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate each and every one of you guys hanging out today. It's been a really, really cool hang. Do me a favor, if you didn't hit that like button on the way in, please do so on the way out. That would be really, really awesome. And again, if you happen to be in that 45 to 50% of people that are hanging out, listening to and watching the Crypto Seeds, and you haven't subscribed to the channel, do me a favor. If you've been enjoying those hangouts, just hit that subscribe button right now for us. We're trying to get that number down from 50% to about 25%. That would be really, really awesome. Listen, I'm going to end this live stream like I do all my live streams and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this, or perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya. Bye.